Hey, my name is Joshua Latimer. I'm a crazy entrepreneur, 5 kids, joined by Michael Hinderliter. What's up?
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for coming down to Warplan Studios. Teach me how to succeed in life, Michael. Tell me all of your things.
All my tricks and stuff.
Well, we turned the camera on because
Yeah.
you were just dropping bombs, knowledge bombs. You have a
Yeah.
lot of experience and everything, and we just thought we'd record our
We
conversation.
just turn it on and go. Right. I think one of the things that I was sharing with you earlier had to do with stoicism. And when I used to do Washaholic Wednesdays, I would put that out there. And a lot of that came from personal experiences that I'd been through in my life that I thought were great life, life learning experiences that I could share with others to help them in their life. And I'd had years ago, a friend of mine, she's kind of referred to me as being stoic. I didn't think that much about it. It's like, what does stoic mean? Well, it's because you're kind of quiet. Well, later on, as I kind of rolled into this and was sharing these experiences and stuff that I thought I was very new to, and they were new to me, and I was developing this mindset, I found out about stoicism. And as I read more, I was like, this stuff's been around way before I ever existed. And I thought, like, this was all new, and I was sharing all these great new experiences. But I think what I learned in that experience was that if you're genuinely looking to advance yourself as a person every day and being better than you were the day before, somebody else has already thought the same thing. They've already experienced it in another way or another millennia or whatever you want to call it, time.
There's nothing new under the sun.
Yeah, and let me get it out. A lot of times, and I'm guilty of this even, we think we are at the forefront.
Yeah.
But there's so many other people around that can share their experiences and help us, and we can learn from it. And so that's kind of what I started with that. So when I rolled into stoicism, it was kind of eye-opening for me at first, and then I forget the book that I got was on stoicism. It was an audio book.
What's your kind of layman's definition of stoicism?
It would be not to overthink things, and you can, in layman's terms, control what you can control and manage what you can manage. Everything else that's outside of that, it's going to happen.
Like, don't let your body physically feel anxiety of things that you have no control over.
Exactly. Like
So
if you're in
it's
bad
managing-
traffic,
Yeah.
you can't control the traffic. You can't control the slowdown. But what you can control is like how you think about that moment
Yeah.
and where your mind goes. And
I think it actually goes slower the madder I get. It's like an inverse correlation.
Exactly. Right. So you get more frustrated.
Well, we've all had the guy behind us go nuts, and we slow down a little extra just to, right? So when I'm the guy going nuts,
And-
I think that happens.
And at the same time, I sit here and say this, but I still get frustrated at times when I'm out there.
Wait, you're a human?
Yeah, exactly.
You're a human? Because the problem with stoicism, a lot of people, is that people can come across as very robotic or cold or
think
not
so.
caring.
I think so, yes.
What are your thoughts on that?
I'm glad you said that, 'cause that's a very good point. And it's important as you use these characteristics or employ these things in your life that you remain human in the process, that you're able to have a conversation with somebody at a human level and not like, that's not important, why are you focusing on it? But to relate to them in a way, and like the way we opened up here, like I experienced this is how it happened to me. And if you can't make the human connection with another person, why are we here? I mean, it's in our DNA to be social creatures.
Yeah.
And we have to have that to be happy.
A lot of business owners kind of have a lone wolf mentality. There's a lot of guys out there that are doing well, but they have a chip on their shoulder.
Yeah.
They're kind of giving a metaphorical middle finger to everybody.
Yeah.
They don't want to learn new things.
Yeah.
They might think they're being stoic, but that's not what stoicism is it?
Right. Not at all. It's kind of, I saw a little clip with Jordan Peterson the other day talking about as we
JP.
Yeah. Approach the age of 45 and above, all of our accomplishments become less and less important. It's the relationships we've developed that we can share the fruits of our accomplishment with that become important.
Ooh, that's a thing.
Yeah. Which is tough for me to say because I've gone through some big changes in my life recently.
Yeah.
You know, and I hate to say, but through a divorce and that kind of stuff. So, and it's kind of why I pulled back off of social media too, because I don't want to be out giving people advice when things in my house aren't exactly the way I want them to be.
Yeah.
But that was the whole reason for the change and the things that I was going through, kind of a bit of a personal transformation for me, is to get on a path that I can be happy with and proud of, and be able to influence those around me in a way I want to influence them.
Reminds me when you're on an airplane and the oxygen mask drops down, and you're supposed to put it on yourself before your kid, right?
Right. Yeah.
Seems counterintuitive, but actually, if you think about it, it makes a ton of sense. I mean, you're not a whole lot of use to your family or your customers or your followers or to anybody if you're, in crisis mode.
Yeah.
So pulling the bow back so you can shoot the arrow forward. Oh, isn't that beautiful? It's a cute
Yes.
but that's literally, I guess, what you've done the last few months, right?
It is.